So next one is OceanPepe. The banner's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. This banner's pretty fire. It's all AI, whatever, but like, this is creative. This was some prompt engineering. They did a good job. They did a good job. All right, Pump.Fun project. Let's get a live notification out to them. For me, it's detail. I want to see time was put in. I want to see that people are like, really putting in that attention, right? Did I get them out? Yeah, there we go. Okay, it is. It is. I just got confirmed from Patrick. So, OceanPepe, welcome.
Hey Adam, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can. Welcome in, man.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, I'm Mike. I'm the dev. We launched on Pump. Took about 4 days to get off. So everything that we've done has kind of been a community suggestion and driven by the community because I started the project completely by myself. So even the artists, I know you like the banner. We have some awesome people that just joined the community and became part of the project along the way. So I'm definitely not by myself anymore, but that's kind of how we got started and why things look like the way they look today. Now, I know you're big on volume too, and we've done everything, right? We've done the KOLs, we've done the volume bots. Right when we hit Radium is when Bitcoin started to dump and the timing was kind of bad for us. And so we kind of took a step back and focused in on what is going to drive the most value to the investors, the people in the community, the people that want to see OceanPepe grow. And that really was about utility projects. And so we started working on developing our game. We started working on developing the roadmap a little bit more and really planning out where we want to see the project go. And so we're here for the long run. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. We will absolutely pump and push marketing into the project, but we wanted to have something to stand behind. And so a lot of the people that left early on will come right back in as soon as they see all the stuff releasing. And so there's a lot. There's an animated series. There's new content getting put out every day. There is obviously the game, and we're going to expand on that. And we even partnered with Bank of America to reward our raiders with OceanPepe. So we've done it all. We'll continue to increase the partnerships and the utility in the project and invest in the community.
Okay. Well, very well spoken. Very well spoken. I feel like if you're not leveraging spaces, you're doing yourself a disservice. So I'm going to ask that. Are you doing spaces?
Yeah, I started doing a couple spaces here and there. We got great feedback, but I just realized that not all spaces are created equal. So I focus more on the X spaces that are hosted by the larger influencers because a lot of the TG, spaces that I get invited to just seem like they're isolated communities, and I just didn't see a lift from the effort. And I would just sit on there for an hour, answer every question, and then it was just kind of like nothing came out of it. So I just wasn't sure if there was any ROI from it at the end of the day.
Yeah, usually there's not. Yeah, you definitely want to find. I mean, coming from someone who does this for a living, you want to find the right places.
Yeah,
it's okay if they're a little juiced, right? Like if you're in an X space and it has 1,000 people listening, who cares? As long as there are some real people listening, you're seeing some good engagements, comments look good, money, that's fine. But you're right. The majority of these platforms, they're ass, bro. They're absolutely terrible. Very poor investment of time. So I did want to ask, though. You have a great meme. I have to agree. You have a great meme. I've never seen Pepe enter the ocean, regressing to grow his vestigial traits to return to being a fish. But I did want to kind of understand, right? You are at a critical kind of junction, right? Mm-hmm. You're quite a few days post-launch. You are below launch price. Do you have any like key figures? You don't have to tell me the name, but just key figures that are like, you know what? Let's fucking send this, man. Let me buy 2% of the supply, or give me 1% and I'll buy 1% or something. And let's just send this. Do you have that kind of catalyst cooking up, or what's the main approach to kind of having that huge revival?
Yeah, I think it's something we've been torn on, right? Like there's definitely the approach of like, hey, let's go after the big money and get these guys that come in and buy up the project and push things through the roof. And like that's definitely a path, but I just felt like we did it the right way from the very beginning, where it was organic. We built, we had 1,200 community members. We were live streaming on YouTube and X, and everybody just came together. And so when I look at this project, I look at all the people that invested early on and that are still with us. And I always think from the lens of like what's right for the people. And so I have said no to a lot of like outside investors just because I know these people are going to use everybody as exit liquidity, and that's not the intention. I put my face on the project, I put my name out there, and so at the end of the day, I want to stand back and say, hey, I was part of this, and we did it the right way. And so If that means taking longer to launch and release and build utility and build the community organically, that's more what I lean towards. Like, I try not to let the chart like guide my feelings and emotions, because again, like I can buy 10K worth of volume tomorrow and pump the price up and get it to 500K, and then half those people are going to sell the next day. It's already happened to us. And so what I want to do is kind of what we did on Pump, which is like build the trust in the community and build the holders that are passionate about the project, and they will find you. And the ones that discover us along the way that are going to stay is the people that I want part of the project long term. And we'll just continue to up the ante. And really what I wanted to do is just set the bar higher for all the Pump projects that were out there. I take a lot of pride in having a Pump address and making it off Pump and continue to do it. So that's kind of where my headspace is at. And yeah, and if we need to juice it and get investors in, we can absolutely do that. It's always on the table. I feel like money has always been easy in crypto. It's just you want the right money in the project.
Guys, I don't know how we found this guy here. He's made for spaces. I'm telling you, he's made for spaces. No, really well said, man. I mean that in all the positive ways, obviously. But dude, it's all about storytelling. I think you can effectively tell a story, right? If we didn't have you on, I'll be completely transparent, this would be low priority or avoid, because there's no context. You gave the context. However, I would say there's going to be a lot of people who will never, ever listen to this recording, because most people don't listen to recordings. Some people do, but most people won't. Is there any plans, last question before we move on, is there any plans to explain your goal of holding that supply, having it be strategic, and then being able to tell people, hey, it's okay to come in. It's okay to invest because, I'm here, I'm grinding, and I take ownership of that supply. Are you communicating that at all on X?
Yeah, it's a great question, and thank you for asking it. We have a YouTube video that's out on the website that is an interview with me while I was on Pump on the last day, talking about the vision. I'm gonna work on a white paper that we're gonna release in a couple weeks here. That's gonna tell the whole story and talk about what our vision is for the project, so that anyone who cares to look will find it. And then we're going to work on a YouTube channel. We already have a partnership with a couple people that post YouTubes frequently of our chart analysis and that know us in the team here. But that's kind of the plan. It's a three-pronged approach. So we have the video on the website. We'll have the white paper explaining it all. And then we'll also launch a YouTube series that just kind of cements it and has regular updates from me to the community.
Let's fucking go, man. Hey, I like the organization. You. Yeah, no, I like the organization. I like that you're not just doing the trust me, bro, it's gonna pump. You couldn't believe who I'm connected to. All that bullshit is so tiring, I'll tell you, man. So thank you for being a little bit of a gust of fresh air here, or maybe a wave of fresh ocean water. I don't know, however you want to take it. This has been awesome. Guys, go check it out. It's not a high priority watch, but I would say it's a watch list, because teams like this that grind, I've seen explosions happen in price just because one thing hits. They connect with a whale. They resonate with someone on Spaces. That's why I was mentioning Spaces a bunch. They connect with a community member that finally says, you know what? I made some money in another token. Let me recirculate it here. Fine. I believe in what's being said. Let's fucking send it. All that it takes is for one of those moments to happen. So for those reasons, it's a watch list item. Again, please still take a look at it. Make sure it makes sense for you. It's you, after all, who clicks buy or sell. But fantastic to have you on. Hope we can have you back on as well, man.
Thanks, Adam. I'll see you around. Appreciate what you do.